Good morning, my name is Orlando, and today I'll be presenting about how the world's education is facing gender inequality. First of all, we need to know what gender inequality is. And to answer that, I made up a case where, for example, we have twins. One is a boy, one is a girl, and we don't have that much money. So we have to choose which boy or which girl has a chance to receive education. So I made a Google form because I know no one can answer me here because I'm presenting online. So I made a Google form about it, and most of them answer boys. Now, we can all see that gender equality happens in this case because people have to choose. So, and people still choose boys rather than girls. Then, I can also conclude the real definition of gender equality, which is that gender affects an individual's living experience. And in this case, it's not just specifically learning experience. What affects gender affects learning experience. So, from the whole world, 100 million girls worldwide are not able to step foot into a school based on UNESCO. And 4 million of them are actually from Indonesia. So that is a reason for us Indonesians to be aware. We have to be aware of this issue, and we have to make action for it. So this is the data of out of school girls from 2012 to 2018. Most of them, from red to blue, is from the most gender inequality that occurs in one place, and the blue is the one with gender equality. So we can see Indonesia is also is it's an orange. It's an orange, so it means that it's still, gender inequality still happens there. Now, uh, this is the data on comparison between boys and girls in primary school age. We can see the trend from 2000 to 2018, even though there is a decrease in the difference, but still it's mostly girls that don't get the education that they need. You see, until 2018, there's still a difference between 32 million to 27 million boys. So 32 million of girls don't go to school, and 27 27 million boys don't go to school. It's still, the ratio is still different. Same goes with it's different with lower secondary age. So the trend changes from when 2000, the girls still get more girls still don't get the education, but then in 2018 it differentiate. So now the boys don't get more education. Most of the boys don't get education than girls, even though the difference, it's still many. It's 2 million. The difference is 2 million. So 32 million boys don't get education, whereas 30 million girls don't get education. There's a 2 million difference of out of school children there. I also made a small survey to understand how gender inequality is happening in the world. And number one is, my question was, does gender influence education achievement? And then number two is the case that I said before about the twins. And number three is, does diversity promote harmony or disharmony, and why? And number four is, what is good about diversity in the classroom? And the last question is, what is bad about diversity in the classroom? So I can conclude from number one that people aren't aware of gender inequality, specifically in Indonesia, because most of the answers is that they answer gender does not affect education achievement, whereas actually in the world it does, because we can see from the data we just saw before. it does happen. So people aren't aware yet. Most people aren't aware yet, and we have to change that. And number two is gender inequality. Gender inequality still exists because we can see from the case when people have to choose between their twin boy or girl, they still choose their boy rather than not choosing at all, which is more an equal chance for both of them to do something better than just one of them because it's not equal. And then number three is diversity in education being essential, being of essential importance, because based on the answer, diversity does promote harmony. And then number four is diversity provides opportunities to learn. That's from question number four, which is uh, does diversity have a good impact on the classroom? It does, because it gives us opportunities to learn more. And number five is diversity only cause small conflicts. That's the bad thing about it. But I think that the positive impact of diversity overcomes the bad impact of diversity. So there are actually already policies as a solution for this issue. So policies such as Convention on the Rights of the Child, Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women, the Education for All, and the Millennium Development Goals. These are all the policies given by governments. But I think that the real solution that government needs is transparency. It's so that there is a two-way communication between the ones who experience and the one who observe gender inequality and the government themselves, so they can make better solutions. So millions of young children, girls especially, are being held hostage by the government, society, and family traditions. Their future is in the hands of the dominant, which means us as a dominant, we are the solution. We have to make a change